Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Burger King presents Breakfast Stories. Today's story, Big Jim and 3 pancakes for 89 cents.
I don't care what you call them, pancakes, flipjacks, flapcakes. The point is, at Burger King, you can get a stack of 3 of them for 89 cents. What kind of deal is this?
A great one? Fill up on 3 golden pancakes for 89 cents. This is not breakfast. This is a Burger King breakfast. Get 3 pancakes for 89 cents. Only at Burger King. Limited time only. Price and participation vary.
Don't miss the Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention November 18th through 20th at the Memphis Hilton. 3 days of gaming, concerts, panels, and an unbelievable exhibitor room. Friday night's party kicks off with our awesome live cartoon. Kids will love the Lego activities, including our Lego Derby. Cosplayers bring your A-game to compete for a $500 prize in our costume contest. The Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention, November 18th through 20th. The most action-packed geek convention in the Mid-South. Prices are extremely affordable. Book now at memphiscfc.com.
Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans in Carrollton. Books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby & Coo's, more than books.
Kasha's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
When you're in need of pain relief, come to Need It Relief Massage Therapy. Kat is an experienced licensed massage therapist. Check out her website and book your session online now at massagetherapykm.com. Need It Relief Massage Therapy for some much needed relief.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Good afternoon, New Orleans. This is the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280, coming to you live from the tubbyandcoos.com studios. This is D Squared with
Brian Held.
How the hell are you, Brian?
I'm fantastic, sir.
Well, that's good to know.
Quick shout out to Brett and Mahala, who I officiated their wedding last night. So, happy nuptials for those guys. Happy
nuptials, that's a thing?
Yeah, I guess. They're eloping, man. It's insane. Yeah, I ran out to City Park.
How could you be a part of something like that, Brian?
These two crazy
Mr.
kids.
By the rules, and you're just like, yes, throw caution to the wind. I'm not Brian Held.
No, look, it was a good time, man. It was like, just hanging out, running through City Park. They're off to the Caribbean.
Well, okay.
Yeah, there you go. So, congrats, guys.
All right, guys. Now, as always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek, or check out the website, twigradio.com, or follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, once we're out the air, we're going to take the recording and go put it on Spreaker.com, or you can download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. You can also find us on YouTube, iTunes, and at foxsportsam1280.com.
When I remember.
Slacker.
All right, so let's lay out the show real quick. We got Skungy with his pick of the week on hold right now, and then we have technically 3 guests, but 2 different things.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're going to do Book of the Month after Skungy.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have Brandon Gary and Jason Bienvenu.
There you go, Frenchie.
Yeah. And they're going to talk about the comic books they're working on. It's really cool stuff. And then and the third segment, we're going to have Joe Thorderson, who's the organizer for MCFC, that's Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention. He's going to tell us all the updates about what's coming up, not this weekend, but next. So, guys, plan to come up to Memphis. It's going to be a great time. And then we're going to cram everything else into the end of the show.
Yeah, we just love doing it that way. All right, so without much further ado, let's go to our boy Skungy and his pick of the week.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
You might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo!
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Not a whole lot. Gentlemen, how y'all doing?
We're doing great, man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the antidepressants are kicking in. I'm feeling great.
Ritalin.
It's not just for squirrels. All right, man, so what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about Dishonored 2 came out today.
Oh, no way.
Just today. Yeah. So Dishonored 2, which is the sequel to
Dishonored?
Dishonored 1, which was a game of the year for many publications. It was like a sleeper hit. Nobody expected Dishonored to be as cool or as good as it was. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
well, this is going to be the sequel to it.
Okay.
And it's they changed things up a bit. Now, the original Dishonored, it's a stealth action game. It's a first-person stealth action game, and this follows suit, where you're going and on like different missions, and you're using special abilities like being part of the shadow to hide yourselves or possessing people. It's really cool mechanics. Well, this one adds more onto it, and you get to play as not one, but two people this time.
Dun, dun, dun!
Yeah, aren't you some noble or something? That's, I don't know.
Well, you're playing Corvo Attano and his daughter, Emily, who was the Empress, but things have, somebody's overthrown. I don't want to, give too much away of the story, but you've been overthrown, and you go into exile, and you're trying to take back your kingdom.
Can you still summon rats?
No, you start off in Dunwall, which is the whole rat plague from the first one, but you actually now move down to Karnaca, which is on the southern part of this world, so it's more of a tropical area. The world is so much more bustling than it was before. Before, they used the amount of not having people in the streets and everything due to the rat plague of the first one.
Right.
Well, that's all in the past, and now the world's a lot more vibrant and feels more alive than it did before.
Yeah, the trailer at E3 that Bethesda put out for this looked fantastic.
I'd have never known about Dishonored if it wasn't free on Games for Gold with Xbox. Yeah. I'd have never known.
And here's the beautiful thing about Dishonored 2. For a limited time, if you buy Dishonored 2, you get the definitive edition of Dishonored absolutely free to download.
Wow.
So if you don't already have it, and it comes with all the DLC from the first one. So that's a really good. So basically, when you buy it right now, you're getting two games. It is strange if you're buying the second one and not playing the first one, having already played the first one, but it's still a cool little bonus if you didn't already own it.
Yeah, it was a fun game. All right, so platform and price.
It's $60. It's going to be on the PS4, Xbox One, and the dirty PC.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. But you'll be happy to know, Dave, that it is having problems on the PC, apparently, is what the Internet's telling me.
Well, because it's a Bethesda game.
Oh, come on now.
All right, Skungy, anything else before we cut you loose? Is there something about an NES?
Really quick, coming out tomorrow is the NES Classic Edition. Nintendo put out this little box that's going to have 30 classic Nintendo games, including for the regular Nintendo, including Mario Brothers 1 through 3, both of the Legends of Zelda, Donkey Kong, Castlevania, just to name a few.
And it's a little miniature, tiny Nintendo.
Yeah, it's the size of it's about the size of a regular Nintendo controller.
Oh, wow.
But it looks like the original Nintendo, and it plugs up to your TV through HDMI, and it's only $60. So that comes out to about $2 a game.
No, it's pretty good.
Not too shabby.
Cool.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of people, if you don't have a Wii or a Wii U, you can't, or if you're not computer savvy and get emulators, it's harder to get some of these older games. So this is a great way for people to just get them, plug them, and play. And it plugs up HDMI, which if you plug up an old system to a newer TV, it looks like poo.
Yeah. All right, Skungy. Well, thank you as always. And guess what?
I'm fired?
Yes, you nailed it. Hey, get off the show.
Bye, Skungy.
All right, Brian, so you know what we need to do?
Book of the month?
Yes.
Check this out, y'all.
All right, Brian.
Okay.
What is the book of the month.
The book of the month, and this is from a preview copy that we received from Random House.
Sweet.
Is StarCraft Evolution by Timothy Zahn.
Oh, the Timothy Zahn?
The Timothy Zahn.
Heir to the Empire, Timothy Zahn?
Yeah, award-winning author Timothy Zahn pens the latest chapter in the stunning StarCraft saga, building on the game's rich legacy to create an unforgettable new story. After a decade of brutal warfare, 3 factions, the Protoss, the Zerg, and the Terrans, they have entered a ceasefire, but the peace is tenuous at best.
What?
Yes. Sudden restoration of an incinerated planet is brought to light. Tensions erupt. Neutrality swings to hostility. Old enemies are accused of developing biological weapons and reignite a bitter conflict. So,
you're not reading it sexy, Brian.
You're
supposed to read it sexy.
Well, I just was trying to read it quick so I can talk about it.
You don't want to rush these things, Brian.
Well, what I wanted to say is...
They use biological warfare in the bedroom.
What's concerned me when I got this is, of course, this is from a series, right?
Yeah.
It's, and I was worried kind of reading it like I'd be lost getting into it. But, Mr. Zahn did a fantastic job of laying out a story that's whole and complete. I was able to get into it without needing to have years worth of
notes,
cliff notes, and years worth of background to enjoy the story that it was. And honestly, as I was reading it, I'm like, I want to go break out my copy of StarCraft right now and play for a little bit, So check it out, guys. If you get it at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, you can get a 10% discount.
Only at Tubby & Coo's?
Yeah, the discount is only at Tubby & Coo's, yes. Right. So StarCraft Evolution by Timothy Zahn. It's a great book. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it very much. Like cats.
I'll see you to get it again, yes.
All right, Brian. So we got our guests. We're going to get them on the show here in a few minutes. So, guys, stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. We'll be right back.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
We're now on a stolen vehicle in the right lane on the UE Long Bridge to the West Bank, and we also have some work going on in both directions of the UE in the left lane. We also still have extremely heavy traffic coming to the east bank of the Crescent City connection after an earlier accident was moved out of the roadway on the main span. Delays are still backed up to Manhattan Boulevard. If you see traffic problems, call us, 504-620-1000. I'm Lisa Baque.
A more peaceful, healthy world happens one person at a time. Around the globe, there are children who dream of helping their families, who hope for the future, and who have a name. Know the person you're helping directly at unbound.org. That's unbound.org.
From the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer Weather Center.
Well, we've got some clouds in the forecast, but not really seeing or anticipating any rain from them. It will be a gray Friday coming up our way. Weak area of low pressure down in the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Low tonight, 58. High Friday, 73. Partly cloudy this weekend, low 70s. I'm meteorologist Scott Laria Moore at the Weather Channel. News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
This report is brought to you by Compassion International. Never thought of yourself as a hero? That's what you'll be for a child in poverty when you become a sponsor with Compassion International. To find out how you can release a child from poverty right now, go to compassion.com/radio.
Message and data rates may apply.
Imagine your life 5 years from now. Are you on the path you want to be on? It's time to take control of your future by getting a world-class education from one of the nation's top universities. Arizona State University is now offering over 100 top-tier degree programs 100% online. It's the exact same degree our on-campus students receive, but you can learn from anywhere in the country on your own schedule.
For information, text the word SCHOOL to 37913.
Learn from ASU's world-renowned faculty and use ASU's global recognition to improve your visibility, professional network, and gain real-world experience you can start using today. The Wall Street Journal ranked ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates. Now discover how ASU Online can stand out on your resume and help separate you from the competition. We're ready to help you learn to thrive in your life, in your career, and beyond.
To learn more about ASU Online degrees, text the word SCHOOL to 37913. Again, that's SCHOOL to 37913.
The Home Depot has a new idea. Free carpet installation that means free carpet installation. Moving furniture out of the way? Free. Ripping out the old carpet? No charge. Hauling it away? Won't cost you a penny. Because the Home Depot has no hidden fees and no surprises. Just free carpet installation on purchases of $699 or more. The Home Depot. More saving. More doing. Not valid in all markets. Unique specialty items and requirements may be priced separately. Valid through December 7th.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Unflea Market. Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you. Don't miss the Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention, November 18th through 20th at the Memphis Hilton. 3 days of gaming, concerts, panels, and an unbelievable exhibitor room. Friday night's party kicks off with our awesome live cartoon. Kids will love the Lego activities, including our Lego Derby. Cosplayers bring your A-game to compete for a $500 prize in our costume contest. The Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention, November 18th through 20th. The most action-packed geek convention in the Mid-South. Prices are extremely affordable. Book now at memphiscfc.com. When you're in need of pain relief, come to Need It Relief Massage Therapy. Kat is an experienced licensed massage therapist. Check out her website and book your session online now at massagetherapykm.com. Need It Relief Massage Therapy for some much needed relief.
This is the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
There was a time in this country when smart people were considered cool.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios.
Well, maybe not cool, but smart people did things.
Here's David and Brian.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
D Squared.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
All right. So, guys, on the line, we have two comic book creators, Brandon Gary and Jason Bienvenu, of the Dust comic and also the Kingdom comic. Guys, you there?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
Outstanding, guys. So we're so glad to have you on the show, man.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, definitely. So let's start out talking about the Kingdom. I got a chance to read it, but for our listeners out there, like, what is it?
Sure. This is Jason, by the way. The Kingdom's the first comic book that I illustrated and wrote, and it's very much inspired by the kind of campy, fun cartoons of the 80s like He-Man and Thundercats and Ninja Turtles. And it's basically an action-adventure about an albino ape named Tail who discovers whenever he defeats enemies, he can absorb their powers, which is cool because he starts to kind of like level up and become more like a superhero, but it comes at a price because their ghosts get attached to him, and so as he progresses on his journey, he gets these ghosts that are kind of trying to mentally break him down and turn him from a hero into a villain. So it's kind of a book where you're not really sure if you're reading the origin tale of a hero or a villain.
Yeah, no, I found it. I totally see the Thundercats He-Man reference there. You got all these anthropomorphic animals running around, and the powers of the ghosts was very, very cool effect that for this character.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, the book was about having fun and just enjoying that kind of silly campiness that we, my generation grew up with. And I wanted to kind of find a way to let kids know that as the main character explores his world, he meets different species that are different cultures, and it's kind of like a kid exploring the world in order to see that, the world's a bigger place and has interesting stuff in it,
Oh, definitely. No, I totally get that. Now, let's get into Dusk, because I think there's a whole lot more to talk about. This sci-fi epic tale, right, of a planet that's in a, I guess it's not a stationary orbit, but the planet itself is stationary, and there's a city called Dusk, and it's this thriller, right? This investigation going on. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah. So because, like you had said, the planet's not moving at all; it's completely stationary. The time of day is it never changes. So the city is kind of laid out based on what time it seems like, and because it is on like the horizon of where it shifts from light to dark, it's always dusk in the city. So some parts are lighter, where it's like more vacation type area, and then as it gets deeper into the city, there's more shadows and more nightlife, but there's also a lot more crime. And so we have these two sisters who get caught up in that crime. There's people dying mysteriously, kids disappearing, ancient alien artifacts being discovered, and there's these two detectives who are also trying to figure out how all those things are getting tied together. And ultimately, the fate of the entire planet is in the hands of a teenage girl.
Do I sense a touch of Total Recall in there?
Well, I mean, I was definitely inspired by a lot of those movies, sci-fi movies from the past, and Total Recall is right up there with, just it's got an amazing setting. It's got, awesome, awesome visuals, awesome action.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like the visuals concerned, like we love the aesthetics of, like you said, Total Recall and Blade Runner, and we both like Philip K. Dick a lot. So,
oh yeah, and I mean Ridley Scott, just all those directors and sci-fi movies just are a huge inspiration. Yeah, and so we just kind of wanted to make something that we would want to read.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, I have the first 3 issues of Dusk, but where are y'all at in that line?
The 4th one has been published, and the 5th one we're working on right now. We have a couple pages left. Yeah, 4 pages of line art left, and then we do everything. So Jason does all the line art and a lot of the coloring. I help a little bit with the coloring, but I do the lettering, and so it's all just us, and we both have day jobs, so we basically have to do it in our spare time. So it takes a little bit longer than a regular comic.
Right. A normal production book takes a month, and ours takes closer to 2 months to do.
Right. We both take, I guess, at least 2 jobs where, you could split it up and things could go a little faster. So it just takes a little bit longer.
No.
Good art takes time to create, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And look, we get it. I've got 2 jobs, so you're in good company, right?
Definitely.
So, issue 5 almost ready, and it's a 6-issue series, right?
Correct. Right. That first story arc is going to be 6 issues.
Okay. Now there's a larger goal, right? That you got a Kickstarter coming up.
That's right. Whenever we're done with issue 6, we're going to combine those first 6, that first story arc into the trade paperback, which we're going to do a Kickstarter to help us fund getting it published, because there's a lot of money that goes into that, and hopefully it gives a lot of people a way to get the whole story all at once.
Good. And guys, when that's ready, get us the link so that we can get it to our listeners.
Sure, absolutely. We're looking at the first quarter of 2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, where can we get it right now?
We do have issues available digitally. You can find us on Facebook, Dusk the Comic, but you can also find us at duskcomic.com. So it's just like no spaces or dashes or anything, duskcomic.com.
And we're going to get that up on our Facebook page and all that social media stuff too. But so there's another goal, right? What comes out after the trade paperback? What's the next thing?
After we do the trade paperback, we are venturing into creating toys, and I don't know how much people know about this, but usually big big toy companies license out stuff like Star Wars and Marvel and whatnot. And since we own the intellectual property for the Kingdom, and since it was so inspired by the 80s, we decided we were going to go ahead and try our first toy line with an IP that we owned. And we're kind of following that He-Man toy model where it's one basic nice-looking body with different heads and different colors, furs and armors and whatnot that you can interchange. And it's going to be a really fun toy line. It'll be geared towards collectors, but I'm sure kids will enjoy it as well.
Oh, yeah. And I'm guessing you're going to do another Kickstarter for that, too?
Correct, yes. That'll probably be in the summer of 2017.
All right, cool. And kind of to wrap up, you've got another project. You guys are just out of the box, right? There's another project that's coming at the spring, right?
That's right. We have another comic lot. Well, not necessarily a comic series, but
we call it a one-shot. It's basically a 75-page big story. It's kind of like our love letter to the A-Team. I'll let Brandon kind of explain the synopsis to you.
Well, I actually just finished the script. I've been working on it for a while, and I still have a lot of revisions to do, but I have a little time before we can even get to the artwork. But it's kind of going to be, about a militia and a guy trying to infiltrate the militia, and he's trying to figure out how this team that he's joining up with is.
What they're plotting.
Right, they're plotting something against the government. They're like sort of a rebel militia, which, I mean...
I don't know any other kind of militia right now. It's an action comedy, though.
Yeah.
The way Brandon tried to lay out the book is each page either has a couple of jokes or some action in it, so there's not any kind of, like, silence, or it's kind of like hits the ground running and goes all the way into the end.
Oh, yeah, there's car chases, there's people infiltrating secret government banks, there's all kinds of stuff.
Guys, well, that sounds great. So tell me, if folks go to duskcomic.com or Dusk the Comic on Facebook, they'll be able to find all your stuff there, right?
Yeah. And actually, another way you can find us is spirotoys.com. That's SPERO toys.com.
Okay.
And that links to everything.
Eventually, now we're going to be under the Spiro Studios title. Everything we do is kind of going to be underneath that umbrella.
All right. Well, Brandon, Jason, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show today and tell us all about this project. Yeah. So hang on for a second. And, guys, stay tuned when we get back. Joe Thordarson from MCFC is going to be here telling us all about Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention, not this weekend, but next. So stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
It remains very heavy coming across the Crescent City connection to the East Bank. Delays are still backed up near Lafayette Street, and also heavy traffic on I-10 westbound, starting near Metairie Road, heading out to Power Boulevard, going to Kenner. We also have slowing at the high rise on I-610 East. Delays are back to Elysian Fields. I-10 westbound, backing up to Orleans Avenue, heading to the Claiborne flyover. I'm Lisa Baquet. Follow us on Twitter at Total Traffic NO.
Around the world, there are young people who face a difficult decision: continue their dream of education or drop out to help support their families. In a single moment, you can help them write a new story. See potential, not poverty, at unbound.org.
You've got the control. Just type in your favorite artist and iHeartRadio creates custom stations for free. Commercial-free artist stations you control by thumbing songs up or down. iHeartRadio is free. Free to download. Free to use. That's control. Yeah. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. Download and open our iHeartRadio app or listen online at iHeartRadio.com.
Coming this fall to AM 1280 and Boomtown Casino and Hotel on Peters Road on the West Bank, The Ricky Jackson Show. Join NFL Hall of Famer Ricky Jackson every Monday night at 6, starting September 12th at Boomtown Casino and Hotel on Peters Road on the West Bank, and only on AM 1280.
Win the night for the entire family with a Pierre's Party Pack. Ticket packages are available for select Pelicans home games throughout the season and include 3 or more tickets, combo meals, and an on-court free throw experience with Pierre the Pelican, all for as low as $48. The next Pierre's Party Pack night is Saturday, November 12th against the Los Angeles Lakers. For more information and to plan your next winning night out with the gang, visit Pelicans.com today.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
Kasha's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Don't miss the Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention November 18th through 20th at the Memphis Hilton. 3 days of gaming, concerts, panels, and an unbelievable exhibitor room. Friday night's party kicks off with our awesome live cartoon. Kids will love the Lego activities, including our Lego Derby. Cosplayers bring your A-game to compete for a $500 prize in our costume contest. The Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention, November 18th through 20th, the most action-packed geek convention in the Mid-South. Prices are extremely affordable. Book now at memphiscfc.com.
Message and data rates may apply.
If you're considering going back to school, ask yourself the following questions. Do you need the flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Arizona State University is the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers over 100 highly ranked degree programs 100% online. You'll earn the same degree as you would on campus from wherever you are on your schedule. Plus, ASU Online accepts most transfer credits.
For information, text the word SCHOOL to 35517.
Learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates, and why 90% of ASU grads are recruited within 90 days of graduation. Learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University.
To learn more about ASU online degrees, text SCHOOL to 35517. Again, that's SCHOOL to 35517.
Tubby & Coos, Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans and Carrollton. Books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby & Coos, more than books.
When you're in need of pain relief, come to Need It Relief Massage Therapy. Kat is an experienced licensed massage therapist. Check out her website and book your session online now at massagetherapykm.com. Need It Relief Massage Therapy for some much needed relief.
Now back to The Week in Geek.
Ooh, I'm so happy.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
This is brilliant dialogue.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
D Squared.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Dude, I just saw an interview of Stan Lee at the Doctor Strange premiere, and this 93-year-old dude is hitting on the interviewing chick.
Look,
and you know, he said some cool stuff.
Yeah, wouldn't you be hitting on all the ladies at 93 years old?
Yes, yes, I would.
Well, so we're not going to talk about, because I know where you're going with this. So no,
what? I don't understand what you're talking about, Brian. I would never say anything untoward on the show.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, we're waiting for Joe to give us a call. So while we're doing that, we're going to knock out some top nerd news.
And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world. Brought to you by Kasha's Bazaar. Find them at 5727 Jefferson Highway. And now, our top nerd news stories.
All right, Brian. Since we had Stan Lee bring us in, why don't we talk about some Stan Lee stuff?
Yeah, all right. So, dude, Doctor Strange leads the box office last weekend with $85 million.
How is that possible?
Because Marvel is awesome.
What?
Yeah.
What? Do they know how to make a good movie? Do they know how to tell a good story?
Well, you know, this is me we're talking about. Of course they do. So, but you just saw it last night, right?
I just saw it last night. Me and DJ went to go check it out.
And your thoughts?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was good. It was fun. It was a romp. No, I mean,
I thought it was paid fantastic homage to Steve Ditko, right? One of the original creators of Doctor Strange. Just the visual effects. And I don't often recommend this, but if you can go see it in IMAX 3D, it's worth every penny.
And if you can get your hands on some good LSD, I strongly urge you to do that too.
I can't
miss
condone
my
that.
old days.
I can't condone that.
Is that something you can't get behind?
No. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
if it's for you,
please
then...
don't look for any illegal, illicit drugs. Drugs are bad, okay?
Yes.
But I'm just saying.
All right. Where do you want to go next?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we could keep talking about that a little bit. But no, actually, I want to talk about this. And this is from our friends at Fox News Radio. So here, take a listen to this.
Who better to reboot an American Werewolf in London than The Walking Dead's David Albert and Robert Kirkman? The remake of filmmaker John Landis's classic 1981 comedic horror film will be written and directed by his son, Max. The original film, which is marking its 35th anniversary, starred David Naughton and has one of the best werewolf transformation scenes in film. The story follows two kids on a hiking vacation in England who are attacked by a werewolf. Griffin Dunn co-stars, and even though his character is killed off early, he haunts Naughton's character, who became a werewolf. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
So now I was thinking kind of when we were talking about to the guys with the comic book, that it kind of, I thought of American Werewolf in London as well because, you know, the ghost thing, you know, and I just kind of immediately popped in my head. But the biggest thing that I take away from this is, Brian, it's a reboot.
Oh, God.
Reboots? Reboots? I'm talking about reboots.
We talked about this before the show. Like, we were talking about Marvel and how successful they were, and you were like, yeah, they're successful because they're original, and I'm sick and tired of reboots.
All right, but here's the thing, though. It's Robert Kirkman is involved with this. The Walking Dead. You know, I mean, he's got a lot. He's doing Preacher.
It doesn't. I don't care.
So you don't want to see a 35-year-old movie rebooted?
No. Give us new material.
What if we redid Nosferatu?
No.
It's like 100 years old.
No.
What if we did The Piano Man?
Stop. All right, stop.
So you're just saying no more reboots, no matter how good their credibility is, how good their pedigree is?
Let's wait another 50 years. How about that?
Oh, my God, no.
Yes.
All right. Well, fine.
So, do we have Joe on the line?
Yes, we do. You want to talk to Joe?
Yes, I'd like to talk to Joe.
Okay, you don't like talking to me? God, I hate you. Dun, 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 dun. He's there. Here he is.
The head honcho of Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention, Joe Thorderson. Joe, you there?
Guys, can you hear me okay?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
at the premiere of Arrival, so not to give them a shameless plug, but
nice, okay.
We're 45 minutes early, but thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Definitely. So tell all of our listeners what we can expect in 2 short weekends for MCFC.
I guess you're right, too short. Well, we try to make ourselves, we call it the most action-packed convention in the Mid-South. So we like there to be pretty much nonstop activity. And since ours is at the end of the year, we look at it as sort of the last party of the year. So there's a lot going on this year. Did you want me to tell you about some of those?
Please.
Okay. Well, on Friday night we always kick it off with our live cartoon, which is really cool. We have voice actors and sound effects, and we perform a live cartoon that's based on a story that one of the students from our Geek 101 program submit. So it's pretty fun. And then we have artwork behind them that provides like a storyboard, so it's actually like a live cartoon, and it's really funny. So this year, it's a story based on an idea from I guess the kid was like 10 or 11 at the time, called Commander Currency. He's a superhero that charges money for his services.
Nice.
So it's pretty funny.
Man, I just like that idea of having like the little live show and a live cartoon. I mean, that's something new to me. I haven't seen that, and I've been going to cons since I was 14.
Yeah, we try to come up with something new. Honestly, what I'm excited about is shortly after, we're going to have a concert after the convention from Kaza. They're this Japanese trio, rock trio. But after that, we're doing we're calling this the Piranha Room Gothic Ball. And it's picture late 80s, early 90s, you know, the Smiths, the Cure, Peter Murphy, all that kind of Gothic music. And then spread out around the room is going to be artists like painting on canvases like 6 feet tall, and we'll have poets writing in big Sharpies all over the place on things. And so it's going to be kind of a big Gothic celebration. So we're looking forward to that. That's our first year trying that.
That sounds awesome, man.
Hella, that's some out-the-box thinking, man. Normally it's like, hey, we got cake.
So,
we got cake.
You guys are going to fit right in here, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, all right, so what's next?
Okay, well, actually, I skipped something. On Friday mornings, we have, I'm really proud of this, we have our Geek 101 school field trip. So we'll have before we open the doors of the public, we'll have about 700 students come through the convention, and we have programs teaching them about animation and filmmaking and robotics and all sorts of geeky things. And we partner with like the Tennessee Arts Commission on that, and the Shelby County Schools. So that one I'm really proud of. That's been a staple at our convention, every year. And then of course on Saturday we have more concerts, more activity pretty much going on day and night, gaming pretty much almost 24 hours a day. And then for our costume contest, it's going to be a $500 first prize.
Woo.
So hopefully we'll attract some good cosplayers.
Most definitely. I am so super excited about going up to this event.
He's twitching. He's not lying. He's actually twitching. He's so excited.
Oh, we can't wait to get you guys here. We're looking forward to some of your panels. And I was hoping you'd tell the listeners what you're going to be doing there, because we've got you lined up. We've pretty much got a full roster for you guys too.
Brian, are you saying we're supposed to do something there? You just said we had to go there and shake babies and kiss hands.
We're working you.
Yeah, yeah.
What are we doing, Brian? Tell me.
Well, we have some panels scheduled.
Some panels?
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that. Is it like 4 or 5?
Yeah, well,
well, tell me what we're talking about at least.
Well, no.
I need to prepare.
No, I want to surprise you.
No.
You're always an improv guy.
I don't care. Now I'm freaking out. I'm having a panic attack. Why do you do this?
Brian also volunteered you to help us move tables and to clean up the gaming room, if you know what I'm saying.
That sounds about right.
So,
Brian's a big jerk.
Weekend, man.
Pretty much, yeah. No, I mean we've got some panels to talk about the show and all the things that we do.
Trade secrets.
Well, maybe not all of them, right? But some of the cool guests that we've had in the past and all that good stuff. So that and we're gonna have swag,
and that we're not faking that we hate each other. Not a joke.
Let it all hang out.
Yeah, pretty much. That the PC versus console and
consoles
all those
rule, PCs rule,
all that. So, all right. So next weekend, November 18th, 19th, 20th.
Right. Yeah, 18th through 20th. The big nights, of course, are always Friday and Saturday. So get plenty of sleep on Thursday, because I think you guys are going to need it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sleep. Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, if it sleeps for when you're dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I forgot to mention one other thing real quick.
Yeah.
Ours is we purposely make it the most affordable convention. So if you've got kids, definitely bring them. We also have like a whole Lego section where we have Lego, like a Lego derby and all sorts of Lego activities. So it's pretty much appeals to every age. So we really want you to bring everybody out here.
And Joe, folks can find out more about it at memphiscfc.com, right?
Yeah, they'll have all the information. You can pre-register up until next Wednesday, and then after that, you got to buy your tickets at the door.
All right.
Very affordable, too.
All right.
Normally, I would bring my kid, my 10-year-old, but actually, he's going to be here in New Orleans. He's in a Lego robotics league, and it's a championship wow. Memphis weekend. Yeah. So,
Can't miss that.
But I could have brought him, and he had him move the tables and chairs.
Yeah, it looks like you got his duties now. So,
yeah.
But no, we're looking forward to having you guys out here. I really appreciate you letting me talk to you for a few minutes. It's
Absolutely,
great.
Joe. It was a pleasure. So we have to run to a break. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
All right, we'll see you next week. Guys, stay tuned when we get back from the break. This week in Geek History, celebrity birthdays.
And we still got to finish up Top Nerd News.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we got tons of stuff to talk about.
We do. All right, well,
a little bit.
Thing. Yeah.
The Toy Hall of Fame.
All right, we'll talk about that.
I'm going to tell you which toys were on the nominee list, and you got to guess which ones they inducted.
All right.
They inducted 3 out of like 12.
All right, that's
Let's
cool.
see how smart you are, Mr. Smarty McSmarterson.
All right.
Bodie McBoatface.
Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
It's Macy's Veterans Day sale with all-day specials now through Saturday. Like designer packable down jackets for her, $99.99. Men's suit separates, 60% off. Take an extra 40% off select diamond earrings. Save 30% plus an extra 15% on coffee, tea, and espresso. 1,000 thread count 4-piece sheet sets, only $39.99. And save 50% on women's shoes and boots. Macy's Veterans Day sale. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
Don't miss the Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention November 18th through 20th at the Memphis Hilton. 3 days of gaming, concerts, panels, and an unbelievable exhibitor room. Friday night's party kicks off with our awesome live cartoon. Kids will love the Lego activities, including our Lego Derby. Cosplayers bring your A-game to compete for a $500 prize in our costume contest. The Memphis Comic and Fantasy Convention, November 18th through 20th. The most action-packed geek convention in the Mid-South. Prices are extremely affordable. Book now at memphiscfc.com.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you. When you're in need of pain relief, come to Need It Relief Massage Therapy. Kat is an experienced licensed massage therapist. Check out her website and book your session online now at massagetherapykm.com. Need It Relief Massage Therapy for some much needed relief.
Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans in Carrollton. Books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby & Coo's, more than books.
Kasha's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
Now back to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280 with local celebrity Brian and that other guy. What's his name again? David, I think. I don't know. David? Yeah, it's David. Okay.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
the other guy who forgot to turn on his microphone. See, I'm all excited. I get flustered every time the voice guy talks about you. It's very upsetting, Brian.
I like the voice guy.
Of course you do. He likes you. He's got a Brian Held crush.
Mm-hmm. So let's finish up Top Nerd News.
All right, so now this is you're always quizzing me, Brian, during This Week in Geek History. So now this is the Toy Hall of Fame, and Tanya J. Powers from Fox News is going to set it up for us.
The newest members of the National Toy Hall of Fame will be announced today, with some old favorites and some you might not even consider toys. The list of 12 nominees includes the Care Bears, the board game Clue, Dungeons & Dragons, and a Nerf ball. Also nominated are Transformers, the Swing, the card game Uno, and the pinball machine. Rounding out the list are the coloring book, Fisher-Price Little People, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and Bubble Wrap. Final selections are made on the advice of historians, educators, and others. The winning inductees, which will be 2 or 3 of the nominated toys, will go into the Toy Hall of Fame at the Strong Museum in Rochester, New York. In New York, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
All right, Brian. So here is your goal. You have to at least guess one out of the
3.
There's 3 inductees out of that list of 12.
Okay.
Because it was just announced earlier today.
I'm glad to see D&D made the list.
I know, right?
Yeah, no,
and
that's
Rock'em
cool.
Sock'em Robots.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say Care Bears is 1. I think that's gonna be 1. No, okay. Transformers. Really?
Yeah, they didn't make it either. Come on, you got one shot left.
One shot left.
Come on, Brian, you can do it.
The Swing.
I win. You win.
No.
You get the Swing. Somehow the Swing made it on. I was assuming you're going to be wrong. I had that I win just ready to go. Well done, Mr. Held.
Yeah, well,
the Swing.
The Swing has endured for many years.
You know, the funny part is I had to Google the Swing because I'm going, what the hell is this swing? I thought it was some strange game that I'd never heard of. Apparently, it's just the swing that we swing on in the playground.
There you go.
But the other winners were D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and then Little People. And Little People actually has been a resurgence. I got a bunch at my house for Dean, my 3-year-old, because not only is it like the original farm people, now they have DC friends, and they got some Marvel friends.
Okay.
So, but all right, Brian. Good job. Good job. That's it for Top Nerd News. Now we need to do this.
This week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future. Yes! Oh my gosh!
This week in Geek History is brought to you by Five Stones Media. Find them on the net at fivestonesmedia.com. This week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
All right, first one out the gate is a quiz for you.
Oh, dang it!
On November 7th, 1997, starring Casper Van Dien, Denise Richards,
Starship Troopers.
There you go. Jake Busey and Neil Patrick Harris.
We were just talking about this last week, weren't we?
Probably.
Not the movie, but we were.
Oh,
because
the
they want to
reboot.
reboot
Yeah.
it. Reboots. Don't talk to me about reboots.
You know, I would only be down with a reboot of this if they stay close to the book, right?
And if they keep boobs.
Sure, Dave.
Yeah! Brian wants boobs, too. I'm so happy.
Will it shut you up?
Yes.
All right.
What's next?
November 8th, 1991. The first Turing test is held at the Boston Computer Museum. Turing test seeks to demonstrate the achievement of artificial intelligence. Among the participants are 8 computer programs talking through modems and 2 human confederates, also at remote locations. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Human confederates? What?
Yeah. So basically, the Turing test is to prove if a computerized system is human-like or not.
Oh,
right?
kind of like this?
Shall we play a game?
Pretty much kind of like that, yeah. So
global thermonuclear war.
Yeah, no. So Turing, you know, he was a code breaker, I'm pretty sure, in World War II, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he's got a long history, and he's very revered for all of the developments that he brought. But the test is something that they still use today. It modified, of course, but
right.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting stuff.
Well, that's cool. Now I got to go find out what the hell a Turing test is.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. November 11th, 1991. In the episode Goodnight MacGyver Part 2, we find out MacGyver's first name. Do you know what it is?
No, I have no clue.
Angus.
Oh, now that you say it, I remember it.
Yeah,
that's right.
I loved MacGyver as a kid.
Yeah, are you enjoying the reboot of the series?
I haven't even watched a single episode.
How could you not watch a single episode of a rebooted series that you love from your childhood? I mean, that's just crazy talk. I mean, everybody loves stuff rebooted from their childhood. Okay, what's next?
November 12th, 1955.
Jeez, going way back.
Yep. Lightning strikes the Hill Valley Courthouse's clock tower at 10:04 p.m.
And it exploded.
Do you know where that's from?
It's from Back to the Future.
There you go.
Hey, come on, as soon as you said Hill Valley.
And of course, hey, you know, we just found out Christopher Lloyd is going to be one of the guests at
Great
Wizard World.
Scott!
Yeah.
That is awesome.
It is awesome. All right, last on my list, November 13th, 1987. Another test for you, Dave.
Oh, man, come on. I only gave you one.
Starring Jesse Ventura.
Oh, They Live? No, not They Live. Oh, my God. The one where Obey, Consume.
Richard Dawson.
Oh, wait.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, Running Man. Running Man.
Who loves you and who do you love?
Running. That's a great movie.
I love it. It's
great.
great.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah.
You know how I was thinking Roddy
Piper. Yeah, They Live. Yeah. Yeah.
No, is it They Live? I don't even know what. I'm blanking on the name.
Yeah, no, I am too.
Oh, well. So, okay. I'm half right.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some birthdays.
On the 8th, actress Courtney Thorne-Smith from Revenge of the Nerds 2. She's also Ally McBeal. She's in a bikini.
Man.
Why don't you remember this?
Oh, the Hotel Coral Essex?
Right.
I remember the Hotel Coral Essex.
There you go. Let's see.
I would go to that hotel.
I bet you would. On the 9th, the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno. Happy birthday.
We have pictures with him.
We do. On the 10th, science fiction author Neil Gaiman.
What?
Yeah. He's
at Neil himself is his Twitter handle, I believe.
I believe so.
He still hasn't retweeted me.
Well, because he probably hates your face.
Probably.
He's like
he likes Tubby and Goose.
He does, and he likes Mandy Guerrera from Baton Rouge. She's one of the Whovians around here.
Huh?
She tweets him all the time, and he tweets her back.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
What's her secret?
We'll have to find out.
Get her on the show.
Okay, on the 11th, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo.
Yeah.
He's done some really good stuff. I can't really go throwing any rocks at him. He's done some amazing stuff.
I loved Inception. It's such
and I'm glad you said Inception because that made me think of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to tell my father-in-law about it, and I was like, I can't remember the name of the movie. I just kept going blah at him, so he's just like, okay, you're weird.
All right, on the 12th, Wallace Shawn.
Who?
Let's see, where is it here? Ha, you fool. You fell victim to one of the casting blunders. The most famous of which is... Yeah, right,
Never gets involved in a land war in Asia.
But only slightly less known is never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line. So, yeah. And last on the 13th, Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi!
Yeah.
Guinan.
Guinan.
I can't believe I remembered her name. Holy
I know.
God-awful hat they put on her.
Guys, next week, our guest is going to be Chance Raspberry, animator for The Simpsons.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Now, as always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check out the website, and download the podcast at Spreaker.com. Give us a follow there, too.
Yeah, please.
All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
We are Fox Sports 1280. WODT New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.